Hello, everyone, and welcome to High Performing Coaches. I am Aneri Bellamy, one of your high performing coaches, and I'm here with Stephanie. Is it okay if I call you Stephanie?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm here with Stephanie. We've had a lovely conversation thus far. We just decided to tune you guys in on the interview part of things. She's has such a beautiful spirit, and I know you'll be impacted and enjoy what you hear today. So, Stephanie, we're going to get right into it because we want this to be time friendly, so we want everybody to be able to hear the whole interview. So, first question for you is, who are you purposed to serve?
I am purpose to serve women entrepreneurs, particularly women of color entrepreneurs who are maybe intimidated by the social media piece of promoting their businesses or just having doubts about being hyper visible. Women that are trying to find their voice on social media and come up with a strategy that's not so cookie cutter as other social media strategists might offer, something that is really tailored to them, to their strengths, to their personality, and to their voice.
I love it. I love it. Now, for you to have such a powerful purpose in your business, there has to be something about your story that made you fall in love with this and have this passion. What is that?
Honestly, it's my own journey as an entrepreneur, I would say. When I first started out, I was just about social media strategy, just the same as everyone else. But along the way, when I started having my own struggles about being more visible and, really having my voice, I started to realize that I wasn't the only person that deals with this. And just to give a little bit of background, before I became an entrepreneur, before I was interested in social media, I was actually a TV reporter. That's what I went to school for. I was on local TV every day in Greenville, North Carolina. And in that job, it's crazy. Like, you would never think that people at home would have the time and the energy to send some of the things that they would send to the newsroom, particularly about the women in the station and the black women. Like, if they didn't like your hair, your makeup, the way you said a certain word that day, like what you were wearing, everyone in the newsroom got a message about it. And it was just that experience. And I think also just growing up in the type of family I grew up. I know a lot of my other Black female friends can kind of relate to this, but our female family members can kind of be really brutal sometimes, especially growing up, and like just dealing with that criticism, I think really started to shape how I thought about myself. And as an adult, there's been a lot of unlearning and growing I've been doing, and just learning to just be visible no matter what and share my message because there's people that have to hear it, and just like block out the negativity and know that me showing up as myself is something that my people, the people that I'm trying to serve, need me to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because there's somebody that needs to connect with you as a person. And I had to learn that staying hidden.
Hmm.
What my mentor said to me was, he said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "Well, I want to help people." It's like, "Well, how are you going to do that if you stay hidden?"
Exactly.
And I was
100%.
like, "Wow, okay, I get it." I get it. I get it. So, all right. So for those female entrepreneurs that have stayed hidden, particularly those of us of color, who are afraid to get out there, and you cross our paths, one of our paths, and you have an opportunity to say something to us to change our lives, something, transformational. It's your one and only opportunity to impact us. Talk to them right now. What would you say to her?
I would say that showing up as yourself in the world is a revolutionary act. It might seem like a small thing, but we are in a society, particularly as women of color, that doesn't want us to show up and be ourselves and be visible and be proud of who we are and confident in all that. So by showing up and doing that, you're going against the system. And that's so important. It's so important for your people to see you doing that so that they have the courage to do it themselves. Because, like you said, as long as you're hiding in the shadows, you're not fulfilling your purpose and helping the people that you want to serve because they can't find you. Like, the only way to really change the lives that you are hoping to change is by getting out there and being visible. And let me just add too that when you are hyper visible, particularly on social media, there's going to be a time where a troll finds you
Right.
and just like decides to take out whatever they hate about themselves on you that day. Number one, nobody happy is doing that. So just, brush that off and keep it moving. And number two, like that just means you're doing what you got to do. You're visible enough for people to find you and think they can say whatever without hurting your feelings. So you're doing something right. Keep it pushing.
Right. Again, I'm so glad you said that, because that's one thing that I had to learn. 'Cause I remembered, I was like, why am I always on the attack? Because I would be the quiet one in the room. There'd be all these other females, and they'd be, they'd have on their like top of the line clothes, and
Mm.
and I was what you would call more of the plain Jane in the group, but they still found a reason to come for me. And I'm like, to me, you look like you've got it going on, and you like, a couple of steps ahead of me. So why would
Yeah,
you? Yeah. So I learned that when you're gathering people's attention, it's because they see something. Whether
exactly.
you can see it yet or not, they see something. They have to have a reason to act out that way. So yeah,
Exactly.
you're right. You're right. The
For anyone who is interested in getting some more help with your Instagram, if you're trying to post in your Canva graphics and hearing crickets, and you're looking around seeing other people grow on social media, and you're like, how the heck are they doing this? I got something for you. A colleague and I are having a How to Reach Your Ideal Client on Instagram workshop on February 5th. You can get tickets. They're $25. It's happening at 3 o'clock Eastern time. I will share some information on how to get a seat there. And for anyone else interested in working with me, you can find me at thecontentfixer.co. That's my website, my Instagram, my TikTok, pretty much anywhere you want to find me, that's where to find me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. I know your time is very valuable, but the information you shared with us today is priceless. And I know it's going to impact someone, and they're going to want to continue the conversation. Again, guys, you've been on High Performing Coaches with Aneri Bellamy, and we've had a nice, lovely chat with Stephanie, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye
Thanks for
bye.
having me.